Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes. I'm your ever host, Shorty, and today, because I've done it for all of the Absolute books, take a look at Absolute Green Lantern. This is one that I was kind of hyped for well ahead of time, though. Couple of reasons for that one. Number one, the only Green Lantern story I've read and thoroughly enjoyed has been the one involving Sojourner, Far Sector. Brilliant, brilliant book. I literally like it so much, I bought it as presents for people because I want them to spread the love, and I want it to be the one kind of like cool Green Lantern everyone's going to remember. It's not going to be the case, but I happen to love it. Also, we've got Al Ewing involved, and although he's not necessarily put out 100% bangers for me, I still absolutely respect the stuff that hasn't been quite for me. I don't really want to get into a full list of stuff like I've liked and not liked. He's definitely got far more wins in the column than misses, but even the stuff that's missed has been interestingly put together, has been fascinating, and I have been able to look at it and be, that is good, it's just not good for me. So those two things together, I was like, yeah, okay, let's see what happens here, and man, like, it absolutely nails it. We have fantastic characterization very early on, fantastic dialogue. We get to figure out who the people are in this world by them just being in the world. It doesn't feel like there's any heavy lifting needing to be done. There's no extra exposition thrown in there. We're put into this story and we just follow it along and find it captivating because the people in it are genuine. They're living their lives. What's happening to them seems interesting. It's unusual. It's not what you'd expect. So you want to find out the whys, the wherefores, and what's going on. That's brilliant. It's also really well paced. There's quite a nice moment where we get to reveal Abin Sur, the alien, after we've already seen, early in the comic book, the things that happened after he'd been there. It's kind of like a nice non-linear way of doing the reveal, but it built up the tension very effectively by showing just how dangerous and dark and powerful his gift to humanity was. There's also really quite nice little use of Kirby Crackle in there to get the idea this is a cosmic power, this is something a bit above and beyond humanity's reach. It's a simple little thing, but within the visual dialogue of comic books, it's one that if you see it and you know it, you get what's going on very quickly, and it's very effectively used here. I will also say, as much as I could spend quite a lot of time talking about how much I enjoy Al Ewing's writing, and this is 100% one of the ones that has absolutely nailed it for me, it's mostly the artwork that stayed with me in this one. But I am going to start with a very, very minor criticism, and this is not the kind of thing which should put anyone off getting the comic book, but when we do get the Abin Sur reveal, he is, or it is, alien, otherworldly, unsettling, creepy, all the kind of things you want it to be when it's been built up this effectively by the storytelling, but I still think there's room to go slightly more alien. When I was a younger man watching stuff like Babylon 5, we do get this sense that you don't have to stay within the bipedal humanoid idea of aliens that you get far more commonly in Star Trek or even Star Wars. You can really mess things up. I mean, Morrison's run on Green Lantern, that's another one where we did get to see a whole bunch of non-humanoid aliens being lanterns, and the more kind of it played around with that idea, the more I found myself enjoying it. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still effectively done, and I still really enjoyed it, but I just kind of wanted something a little bit more for that one. But as for the rest of the artwork, it's brilliant. It could have been a little bit off, because it is a very comic book style. It's veered away from any kind of photorealism, but it's also not within the in-house style I would expect for some of the other DC, particularly DC Absolute Universe stuff I've seen. But that's fine. The Denise Camp Martian Manhunter one, with Rodriguez, I think it was, went way off the rails with that and ended up actually adding to the story really quite effectively. In this one, it's not quite got there yet. It still just feels like this is comic book art because it is a comic book, but I really do like a lot of things it does. Not just in the case of knowing how to be an artist. Jan Oy Lindsay is the artist now. He can do very, very good foreshortening and perspective with human anatomy. And there's quite a few moments where we get our POV of a scene with various characters in it in different poses, seen from different angles, but all of it looks fully natural, so it's got that stylized vibe to it, but never to the point that it feels like it's doing it for the sake of it. It's an artist still absolutely on top of their game. Also uses some brilliant colouring. When we do get to see alien activity going on, it changes. When we get to see action and tension, the colour palette changes there. There's also some really nice textures going on. It makes it feel slightly more organic than I actually think it is. I think it is more digital coloured, but it doesn't give that feeling. It's not that soft cell shady kind of stuff. It does feel like there's intent going in there. Very early on, we get to see this really nice shot of a desert road dwindling away to nothingness in the background, and it's weirdly busy when you first see it, but then it kind of all shifts into gear and you realise that it's the world dropping in over what we're seeing disappearing behind it. Very effective little trick there, so you don't have to just have it fade to nothing, doing something with it, doing something more visually exciting, but still just showing the road disappearing into nothing. All in all, absolutely A-plus comic book for me, and I'm really looking forward to what happens next. I honestly think the story presented so far is fascinating, and I want to know what the hell's going to happen to these characters. That's it for me for now. Until I see you all again, look after yourself, everyone. Stay safe. Bye!